My dear brothers and sisters, today's gospel passage is taken from Matthew chapter 8, 23 to 27. To put you in context, chapters 8 and 9 contain a series of 10 miracles worked by Jesus. This section is preceded by the Sermon on the Mountain. So by placing these two, one after the other, Matthew wants to teach us that Jesus not only speaks with authority, he also acts with authority. In these two chapters, 8 and 9, Jesus acts with power, with authority, works miracles. He commands sickness and people are healed. He has authority over nature. He also has authority over the demonic world. Now, in this passage, chapter 8, 23 to 27, Jesus is stilling the storm. And when he got into the boat, his disciples followed him, and a windstorm arose on the sea, so great that the boat was being swamped by the waves, but he was asleep. Now, the word used for the windstorm, Greek word is seismos, which means a very strong wind, a turbulent wind. The wind in the river of Galilee could be so strong that the waves could rise up to even 10 feet, 3 meters. And Matthew also says the boat was being swamped by the waves. That is, the waves rise and they overwhelm the boat. Water would have fallen into the boat, so strong. You might imagine how terrified the disciples would have been. Perhaps if we have been in a boat, when the boat tilted a little, how terrified you would have been. So here is a storm which is tossing the boat up and down. There is apparently no hope for survival. So the disciples are terrified and they find Jesus asleep. How could Jesus sleep in this kind of a situation? I used to think earlier that perhaps Jesus would have been pretending to sleep just to test the faith of the disciples. No, in fact, Jesus would have been asleep because he had a very long day. He had been preaching, he had been walking, and he had been working miracles late into the night. In Peter's house, several sick people were brought. And Jesus healed them all. So he had a very long day. He would have been tired. He is very human. He is human. He was tired. And besides this, Matthew also wants to teach us that Jesus is not only human, he is also divine. He has everything under control. He has no fear. He knows that things would be okay because he is God. He is capable of sleeping because he had no fear. Now, when they said this, Jesus stood up and calmed the sea. He got up and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a dead calm. Remember, Jesus commands, and the word used is dead calm. There is total calm all at once. He commands, and the winds and the seas obey him. So that so powerful is his. And again, remember, think of the words that the disciples used. Lord, save us, we are perishing. Very short prayer. Lord, save us, a desperate prayer, and a prayer which indicates trust and confidence in the person of Jesus. Think of the prayer that Mary made to Jesus. Short prayer. They have no wine. Again, when Lazarus was sick, the two sisters sent word to Jesus saying, the one whom you love is ill. That's all. No anxiety, just mentioning the need, and Jesus acts immediately. Your prayer does not have to be very long. At times, very short prayer would be heard by Jesus. What is important is your trust and confidence in Jesus. And there was dead calm, and they were amazed, saying, what sort of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Now, there is a process of faith. Later, you will see Matthew himself saying, they fell down at his feet and worshipped. Growth in faith. They have just heard the teaching of Jesus with authority, and now they are witnessing his acts with authority, and later they will recognize that Jesus is God and they worship him. The lesson for us, my dear brothers and sisters, is whatever be the situation, turbulence, anxiety, fear, whatever be the situation we are in, as long as Jesus is in the boat with us, Jesus is at our side, we have nothing to fear. Think of this, verse 18. Jesus himself had constrained them to go over to the other side. Now, when Jesus saw great crowds around him, he gave orders to the disciples to go over to the other disciples. Jesus himself was leading them into this situation. Did he not know that storm was coming? Maybe he wanted to teach the disciples and also to teach us that whatever be the situations that are constraining us, as long as Jesus is with us, as long as we learn to put our trust in him and cry to him, everything will be all right for us. May God bless us.